Students, this video is in continuation with the previous assignment 5A, that is place or distribution channel. So in this video we will be discussing about the various factors on which the determination or selection of channel of distribution depends. So it is divided into various parts. First is it depends upon the product that you are going to sell, which distribution channel you will use. After the product, next comes the market, where you have to sell the product. That is also an important factor while considering the distribution channel. Then third is the company or the firm which is going to sell the product. And the fourth one is middlemen, the people who will be involved in between retailers, wholesalers. It depends upon them also. So coming to the first consideration, that is product consideration. Various factors related to products should be kept in mind while determining the distribution channel. First is unit value. If the product that the company wants to sell is of low unit value and it is for common use of the people, alright, such as cosmetics, stationery, small accessories, these utilize a long channel, alright, means a long chain will be followed for these type of products which are low in cost and which are commonly used in households. On the other hand, if the products are of industrial nature, means there are heavy products, then they are sold directly by the producer to the consumer, such as machines. Second is perishability. Perishability means how long a product can survive. So perishable products like vegetables, fruits, bakery items, which generally cannot be stored for a long time, they flow through short channels, means directly from the producer to the consumer rather than following the big chain of wholesalers and retailers. The next factor related to product is bulk and weight. Heavy products like industrial products, they are generally sold directly from the producer to consumer. If they are not bulky and they do not have enough weight, then long chain can be opted for. Standardization. Standardized products are branded products. So if the products are standardized and branded, they can be sold through middlemen because people know about those products and about the brands. But if the products are non-standardized, then they usually pass through short channels so that the description about those products can be given easily through those channels. Alright, for direct contact between the producer and the consumer, the producer can tell the consumer about the qualities and the uses of that product. Then coming to technical nature. If your product is such that it requires demonstration, for example, you can take the example of ROs, alright, and if they require installation, then middlemen are required in between, those who can help in telling the customers about its uses. However, if it is not of technical nature, then you can directly sell it. Now coming to the market considerations, what market factors should be kept in mind while deciding the chain of distribution. First is whether the market is consumer market or industrial market, means the products will be used by the consumers directly for their own consumption or the products will be used for the further production of some other good. Alright, so the purpose of buying is important. Goods purchased for industrial purpose are sold directly through the agents. If you are selling the goods to ultimate customers, then they are sold to middlemen, such as if you want to buy a bread or butter from the shop, then the producer will sell to the retailer, who is the shopkeeper, and the retailer will sell to you. Then next is number and location of buyers. So when the number of buyers is small and the market is also in a geographically limited area, means in a small area, then direct selling is easy, means producer can directly sell to the consumer because the number of buyers is less, market is small. But in case the market is widely spread and there are large number of consumers, then a chain or channel has to be followed consisting of wholesalers and retailers. The next is size and frequency of order. So direct selling is convenient, or it can be opted for in case of large and infrequent orders, means orders are of bulky products and orders are infrequent, means they are not frequently sent or quickly sent. Whereas when articles are purchased very frequently and orders are small, then middlemen are appointed so that they can take the products to the consumers. Then coming next to the buying habits. Buying habits means if the consumer, they want proper attention of the producer, they want self-service or credit facility, then in case it is important to choose the channel carefully. Means middlemen should be involved in this, or the producer should directly deal with the consumer. So buying habits is another important factor. Then next is company considerations, means what the firm should consider while deciding the channel of distribution. First is market standing, means what is your reputation in the market. If there are well established companies, then they can sell directly, they do not need middlemen. The next is financial resources. If the firm is large and they have enough funds, then they can sell their products through their own retail shops, as I gave you the example of Bata. For suppose there is some firm that has limited financial resources and it is not well known also, then they will have to depend upon the middlemen, because the middlemen, they can reach to the people easily. Then next is management. If there is experienced management, means the people who are there in the management, they are experienced and qualified and working since so many years, then in this case, if the management of the firm has sufficient knowledge, they may prefer direct selling rather than a long channel of selling. Volume of production means in how much quantity you are producing the products. A big firm with large output and wide range of products uses its own retail outlets, those firms who produce large quantities of goods, whereas a manufacturer producing small quantity of a single product can distribute through middlemen. Desire for control of channel means firms that want to have close control over the distribution channel, they use short channels or short chains, whereas a firm does not desirous of having a control over the channel, they can freely employ middlemen. Now coming to services provided by manufacturers. A company that sells directly, all right, it provides installation itself, it provides home delivery, there in case the direct selling is the most common method. Now coming to middlemen consideration, means from the point of view of middlemen, what factors affect the choice of channel of distribution. First is availability, whether you are getting the middlemen according to your wish and will or not, means they are experienced or not, they can do the work efficiently or not, it depends upon their availability. Then non availability of middlemen may arise when they are handling competitive products. Then next is attitudes. Middlemen, sometimes they do not like your firm's policies and they may refuse to work for the company, all right. So you have to depend upon the attitudes of the middlemen. Sometimes if they leave their work, then you have to look for some other channel. Services. Use of those middlemen is profitable who provide financing, means financing or storage facilities, such as wholesaler is such a middleman who provide storage facilities, and they also sell on credit to the retailers. So these are the services provided by the middlemen. So it depends whether you need the service of the middleman or not. Sales potential means a manufacturer prefers those dealers who offer greatest potential of sales volume, means they give you an assurance that they will help you in increasing your sales volume. Then next is costs. Choice of a channel should be made after comparing the cost of other distribution channels, means which distribution channel can be beneficial for the company at the lowest cost. Then customs and competitions. Channels traditionally used for a product influence the choice. For example, locks are generally sold through hardware stores, they are not sold everywhere. So it depends from the type of product you are selling, that from which custom and competition you have to face, and you have to sell it accordingly. If you want to sell locks or iron goods, then they are sold through hardware stores, otherwise they could be sold through general stores. The next is legal constraints. Sometimes the government also places legal restrictions on the selling of products. If you want to sell liquor or drugs, means medicines, then you have to open the licensed shops, otherwise you cannot sell it directly. So these are the factors that determine the choice of channel of distribution. Go through these. The related PDF will be sent to you shortly.